Hey, you guys, Nikki Ganjemi here for Mindset and Manifestation Monday. Say hi to me if you are on the live and hashtag replay if you're on the replay. So today I wanted to talk about trust. It's a big word, it's a short word, but it's like it plays such a role in our lives, and what prevents you from trusting that it's all gonna work out. So this is a juicy topic, and I feel like it's really timely. So I was inspired to talk about it, so I hope that someone receives what they need to hear today from listening to this talk on trust. I remember when I was in my coaching certification program, and my instructor said, Christy Whitman, she said, trust means to rely onto spirit totally. And I thought that was really beautiful, because that implies that there's something bigger than ourselves, right? That we don't have to just have it figured out, right? And doesn't that take off the weight? You know, when I think of that I don't have to have all the answers. I don't need to know the how and have it all figured out. Just even, you know, thinking that, just, it's like the weight is lifted. Like, okay, so what if there's something bigger than me that has my back and is going to take care of this? And yeah, what if it all does work out? Even better than I could have ever imagined. And how does that feel? Doesn't that feel good? So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Nikki Ganjemi, and I help online coaches shift their identity to thriving entrepreneur and build an online presence so they can make more money and impact doing what they love. And trust, if you have a business, especially trust is a big thing, right? Just trusting that it's all going to work out. And my question to you, if you're on the live, feel free to play along with me. Where do you already have trust in your life? Because we all trust in something. You know, I expect that when I turn on the faucet in the shower in the morning, I trust that the water's going to come out. I don't even second guess. I don't even worry or think, oh my God, what if the water doesn't come out? What if there's something wrong with the pipes? And what if I'm not able to take a shower this morning? You know, it's just not even a thought, because I just trust that it's going to come out. And I know it's a Buddhist teaching about the sun, that we all trust that each day when we open our eyes, the sun is going to be shining. It's not something that you invest any of your energy into worrying or wondering if the sun is going to be there. You know, when you wake up, we know that it is. So where do you already have trust in your life, and how can you draw onto that to find a little bit of peace or a little bit of ease with something that's going on in your life right now that maybe you don't have 100% trust, and it's causing you to go into a little bit of doubt and a little bit of worry? So you're welcome to share what that is for you, but if not, I'm just going to give a couple examples. But it could be that maybe you don't trust that the money's going to come. Maybe you don't trust that you're going to sign your next client. It could be that you don't trust that, you know, your course or your program is going to sell. I mean, it could be anything. It could even be that you're planning a party and you're not trusting that you're going to have good weather for this party. I mean, trust just impacts so many different areas of our life, right? And I mean, if you let it, you could just become a worrywart, and you can just continually worry, what if this? And what I find interesting, and I'm guilty of it too, is that we tend to play the what if game, but we what if things down, right? Like we think, well, what if this doesn't work out? Or what if I don't get the client? Or what if I don't get the sale? And it's just like, well, what if you do? You know, like, did you ever think of that? I have a friend, Jennifer Sutton, and she talks a lot about what if, and she's got these what if wellness cards, which are really cool. And I pulled one today and I wanted to share it with you. Again, her name is Jennifer Sutton, and she's got these what if wellness cards. If you're interested, it's whatifwellness.net. But this card says, what if everything is falling into place perfectly, even if it looks like it's falling apart. And I just think, can you see this with the light, you guys? I just think that that is so beautifully said, you know, and it really makes me think, yeah, what if everything is falling into place perfectly, even if it looks like it's falling apart? How I see that we come into this issue with trust is that when we're not trusting, it's almost like we've put our focus on how it's not going to work out. And we do that because we're looking at our current situation the way it is. And we're also looking at the past and how things have gone in the past. And when we get stuck, like what's right in front of us right now and the way things have been, we don't have the foresight to see what could be. And what if the universe, whoever you believe in, God, you know, universe, whatever, I'm not going to get into religion or anything, I keep it spiritual, but what if the universe is orchestrating everything that you want that's in your best interest, and it's playing out behind the scenes? And just because you can't see the who and the how, it doesn't mean it's not happening. You just can't see it. Does that make sense, you guys? And what if you had a little faith and you did trust, you did rely onto Spirit totally, and that all the pieces were going to all come together, and sometimes in a better way than you could have ever imagined? Have you ever said to yourself, oh, that, you know, whatever it was, I can't even think right now, but maybe a trip. Like, I couldn't have planned that vacation better. You know, I mean, everything just kind of came together and it all worked out, and I couldn't have planned it better. I know I've said that to myself with a bunch of different things in my life. And it's because, you know what, it's great. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't need to do everything. And it just, for me, it feels good to know that somebody else has my back. You know, as long as I'm in integrity with what I want, and same for you, as long as you are in integrity with what you want to do and you take inspired action steps towards what you want, and it's in your best interest, trust that it's going to work out. Trust that the right people and situations are going to all kind of orchestrate themselves and come together, and it could be amazing. You know, if you let it. I almost feel that we slow down the manifestation when we start doubting. Because it's, remember, we attract everything with how we feel. And when we spend a little bit of too much time in second guessing and in doubting and at looking for all the ways that it's not going to work out, we slow ourselves down from getting the manifestation, or sometimes we might not get it. And we gotta wait till the next time around, you know? So what if you put your focus, and that's how you get into alignment with what you want, by believing that, you know, it's going to happen, even if you can't see how right now. You know, it's like I said with the card, like, what if everything is falling into place perfectly? You know, I feel like it's none of our business with how it's going to happen. And if we could just let that go, you know, it's like, let's assign that job to somebody else. And we could just let that go. I mean, it's just like a weight off your shoulders. It's like one less thing that you've got to figure out. So what you could do is, each time you start to notice that you're having a hard time trusting, just notice it. That's all. Just go to yourself, up there I go again. I'm not trusting right now. I'm experiencing a little bit of doubt, and I know that all that means is that my focus is on how things aren't happening in the way that I want and how quickly I want. All that means is I'm focusing on what I don't want. All that means is that maybe I'm just basing everything off from the past. And now that I have this awareness, now that I know this, I get to choose to start looking towards what I want. And what is it that I want? And then get really specific. You know, we've got this wonderful thing, you guys, called our imagination. And I feel like sometimes we don't use it that much, right? You know, kids are the best because they're all about their imagination. They fully utilize that gift that we have, our imagination. But what if you and us, what if we could all allow ourselves to just imagine, to just think about what it is that you want? Like I said, it could be anything. It could be, you know, getting that perfect client for you or selling your course, you know, whatever it is. What if you could just see it as you want it in your mind and just imagine it all working out? And what does that feel like? How does that feel? What feelings does that conjure up? How can you get into that place? You know, a little bit more. And when we can do that, we start to put our focus on the evidence that it's all going to work out. And now we open up to allowing some of those opportunities to come in. And you just never know who you're going to meet. You just never know how it might happen. But the last thing we want to do is cut ourselves off from receiving what is ours. So that's what I wanted to offer to you today is just trusting that it's all going to work out. Look, you're still here today. Look how far you've come. Hasn't everything already worked out for you? Think about that. Think about all the things in your life until today that have gone right for you. I mean, start keeping track of that, keeping a record of that. And you will be amazed at what things start to happen when you put the same amount of energy that you put into worrying and doubting. If you take that same amount of energy and put it into looking at all the ways that you've already been supported, it's like magic. You know, you really, oh, hi, Joanne. I needed to hear this today. Oh, I'm glad. I was hoping. I was inspired to share this today because and I'm going to be very honest with you, for me, trust has been something that's been coming up lately. And I keep hearing different people telling me, you've got to trust, you've got to trust. And I'm like, you know what? You're totally right. And the only reason why I'm not trusting is because of two things. I'm looking at past, and I'm looking at the current situation. And where's the imagination? Hi, Lawrence. Nikki, you are amazing. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the compliment. You know, and all it is, and then it's like forgiving yourself. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you. I don't want to missay your name. Z.S. Zusa. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, and I apologize if I'm not. But you are so welcome. I'm glad this is helpful. If you could have a little bit of grace for yourself, a little bit of, and just forgive yourself and just know that you're just human. You're just human, and you just have your focus on what's currently in front of you or what has already happened. And what if you just shifted your focus onto the thing that you want? And then use your imagination and just go there. I mean, that's where we have 100% freedom. You're free to imagine anything your heart desires and just let yourself go there. And you don't even have to set aside time to do this. You could do it while you're driving. You could do it while you're preparing dinner. You know, just kind of go off into this little fantasy in your head. Hey, Michelle, so many great takeaways here, Nikki. Awesome. You guys, thank you so much for the feedback, because I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about today. And I said, you know what? Trust has been a big thing with me over the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to trust that my people need to hear this as well. So thank you for letting me know. And like I said, just continue to notice. It's really the only thing you need to do is notice and then shift. Notice and shift. drop the judgment. You don't got to go there with yourself. It's all good. You've got the awareness, and now you can do something different. So that's what I want to leave you with today. And I'm going to just say, because I love this card so much, I'm going to just say it one more time. Jennifer Sutton's What If card. What if everything is falling into place perfectly? Even if it looks like it's falling apart. And wouldn't that be nice? Lawrence most definitely resonated. Good, I'm glad. So go out and enjoy your day and just trust that it's all gonna work out. And if you need to, just get quiet. You know, I also feel that sometimes we look outside of ourselves so much, and sometimes we'll, look for answers outside of ourselves, but you know what? You've got the answers inside of you. And sometimes if you allow yourself to be quiet, you turn off Facebook or podcasts, and you just be with you, be with yourself, you can hear that next step. You can hear that answer that you've been waiting for, that you've been looking for outside of yourself. And it was here. It was in here all along. So there's a real value to allowing yourself to just be quiet. Put out the question, what is my next right step? And then go quiet. And just engage in an activity, whatever that activity is, and just trust that it's gonna just pop into your mind just as soon as you are open and ready to receive it. And it's gonna be the next best thing. It's gonna be that little breadcrumb that takes you on the trail further along the trail. So, it's like right people, right circumstances, right situations, they all show up in perfect timing, when you trust and when you believe. So go out and enjoy your day. Like I said, have a fabulous Monday, everybody. Any questions, comments, you post them. I'm here for you. And also anything that you'd like for me to speak on. I lucked out today with talking about something that you all needed to hear. But if there's something you want me to speak on, just put it anywhere. Put it somewhere in the group. Let's make a topic train. Why don't we do that? Let's make a topic train, and you start posting what it is that you want me to speak on, and I am happy to speak on it, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to serve you all, and I'm very grateful that you're in my group and that you take time out of your day to pop in here and listen to me on Mondays and Thursdays. So have a fabulous one, you guys, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye for now.